Hello again, and welcome back to a special edition, if you will, of Austin's American Flyer. Here we are doing a almost live, almost New Year's Eve kind of video. And I wanted to just say thank you, one and all, for those of you that have reached out to me this past year, that have connected with me in different ways, through YouTube, through Facebook, through email, through Instagram, through TikTok, in person. I just have really been impressed with the quality of people that are in this hobby. So way to go. You guys are top notch in quality. And I thank you too for those of you that have taken the time to share things with me this past year, have taken time to be invested in different ways, from Patreon to sending me items to repair, to purchasing things. All of those things are greatly appreciated, and I thank you. I thank you a lot. And I want to say too that I've been able to see a little bit of fruit from the labor that you are all in with me, because what your support does is it allows me to keep promoting the hobby. And I know of 2 people directly, and a couple more maybe, it's a little less clear on some of those, that have said, I want to dive into this flyer hobby. And one of those is a friend of mine who's never been into trains. So that's kind of been amazing. And I've been putting together kind of a kit and set for him. And so I don't know, that might be video material for the future. We'll see. But it's pretty awesome to see people jumping in and joining the hobby. So I hope all of you are taking opportunities where you can and when you can to spread the news, so to speak, and do recruiting. And that's what it's all about, I think. At least one of the things that it's all about. I also thought, well, hey, let's take a look at a few things that are on the to-do list and may show up as videos this coming year. Take a look. I would expect a lot of you have heard or seen a YouTube page that's a little bit unusual called Frankentrain. And it's unusual because the guy that does stuff on it is really amazing. His name is Dennis Murphy. He's a genius, possibly a mad scientist. He's creative, he's inventive, and he's doing amazing stuff with American Flyer. So if you've never tuned into his channel, please do so. And here are a couple things that I'm had the privilege to connect with and kind of share with him, sharing the joy. So let's take a look at this. So some of you have noticed that I was able to get one of these rolling roads from Dennis Murphy of Frankentrains, and it has been super handy, and I use it all the time. And Dennis has been kind enough to extend the privilege to me to also carry rolling roads. So while he makes his in red, I'm going to be making them in black. It's his design. I'm just helping him a little bit by doing some 3D printing and making them available to help him because he's got so many things going on. So if you are interested in a rolling road, feel free to contact me at Aftrainfun, and they are available, as you see here, with a section that lifts up the track so that everything's nice and level. Or if you just want the front piece, that's also an option. In addition to that, as I'm sure you've noticed, Dennis is into all kinds of electronic things. He is working with all kinds of intelligent people literally around the globe, and they're working on finding ways to bring electronics into traditional flyer and do it in a cost-effective way. And so I again have the opportunity here to do a little bit of testing for Dennis and those that are working with him. So this is actually a fairly first generation setup here, and he'll be sending me some updated electronics, but this is something that you'll be seeing a little bit more of as I do some additional testing with it and talking about what it is and some of the things that Dennis is doing. This past year, I had the privilege of visiting with Dave and Lana and their amazing layout that is full of mini craft buildings, not mastercraft tools. Anyhow, and one of the things that Lana said to me after the last visit was, "Hey, Austin, we have this Cargraves track and we have these stub tracks around the roundhouse, and we don't have any bumpers. No one makes bumpers for Cargraves, so that's your assignment. You need to make some bumpers for Cargraves track." Well, when Lana speaks, I listen. And so here we go, folks. If you are a Cargraves track user and you want a bumper, here are some American Flyer scale, very inexpensive, 3D printed, made by yours truly, 3D bumpers. And if you're interested in those, please drop me a note at aftrainfun@gmail.com. Like I said, they're really cheap, and you can buy a dozen and it won't break the bank. And I thought, well, hey, if I'm going to do this for Cargraves, then let's go ahead and make them for Flyer track. So again, if you're interested in a little bit more realistic looking bumper, these are available. And then I was challenged by a certain gentleman by the name of Ron, that he says, well, if you're going to do 2-rail, why don't you do 3-rail? I mean, Flyer made 3-rail stuff. So here you go, 3-rail. So those of you that have American Flyer 3-rail or Lionel or Marks, you name it, and you're looking for some bumpers, drop me a line, aftrainfun@gmail.com. Inexpensive. Grab a dozen. So anyhow, that's something kind of fun. I want to say thank you once again to all of you that have taken the time to support me in different ways. And those of you that are Patreon supporters, wow, you guys are phenomenal. I appreciate it. Thank you so much to each of you. I look forward to what's coming in this next year, and I pray that God blesses each of you. And until next time, take care of yourselves. God bless you. Enjoy those American Flyer trains, and we'll see you. Bye-bye.